Hazel Levesque is the most powerful demigod in the whole of demigods. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. No, I'm joking, please don't leave the video yet. I have more to say, there's evidence and everything, please don't leave. Because today, yes, I'm debunking the fact that everyone literally basically considers any other of the 7 to be the most powerful demigod when they don't see Hazel in all her power, in all her skill, in all her strength, right there. She's right there, guys. And here is why Hazel is the strongest demigod. Now I'm going to be breaking this down into 2 different parts, which is the look at power and the look at skill. Now power is obviously going to be the powers they have, and Hazel has an abundance. Now not only is she literally an earthbender, she also has control over the minerals and I can't think of the right term, all the riches, we'll just call them the riches because that's how they describe it, all the riches under the earth itself. And her power is so strong that she can't fully control it at times, and that is seen with the fact that when she gets nervous or shy or anything like that, they appear from the ground. And yes, of course, there is the curse-based aspect that does come with it, which later on, in a sense, she is able to control. But even that itself shows a unyielding power in her skills. And let's also not forget that with that exact power, she was able to put a giant, the giants being literally the most powerful being, more powerful than the gods, more powerful than the titans, she was able to put a giant back into its, I'm going to call it hibernation, I can't think of the right term, on her own at 13 years old. Who else can claim to have single-handedly eliminated a giant? Percy? No. Frank? No. Leo? No. You get the picture. Only Hazel has been able to single-handedly deal with a giant. And then alongside this, and while it is not confirmed, I am definitely putting this as a headcanon, her abilities with the mist, which she is later able to use in the latter half of the Heroes of Olympus series, and is able to train and gain incredible skill with the mist. I believe she always had that power in some sense due to the magical connection her own mother had, and was able to put Gaia, again, Mother of Earth, Mother of everyone, put her back to sleep by herself. Something again no one else was able to do, and if she hadn't have done it at that point, the world would have been gone. The world would have ended. There is no doubt about that. But let's get on to the mist itself. Hazel is an incredibly powerful mist user and magic user, and we see it in the battlefield itself. We see it with her general use of how powerful her mist is. And seeing it alone and seeing the descriptions and the fact that she was able to trick people into death, the fact that she was able to use it against a monster, and all these other incredible things that she uses it for are natural to her. It takes some work, but even the most complex use of it, she gets a pretty good handle of almost from the get-go. That's power. But power is nothing without skill, and that is where we get into this next part. Hazel is also an incredibly skilled fighter and person. Not only was she able to do something that was incredibly different to the Roman way, which was using a cavalry sword in normal combat, and she was pretty skilled at doing it, considering it was a cavalry sword. And of course, we understand the reason for the cavalry sword is because of her skill and power over Arion, or Arion. Arion, I'm just going to say Arion, is one that has never been seen before. He is the untamable horse. In a sense, she was able to tame the untamable through her skills of being able to bring the riches up from the earth. she was able to do that. She also was able to befriend and call him to her side at any moment's notice, which is incredible skill and power, as well as being able to ride this horse from the get-go with no experience. Just amazing. Strategy was the next part that Hazel was involved with, and it was something that I think so many people don't really notice or don't really appreciate enough about her character, and that is the fact that she is able to figure out how to use not only her power and abilities to a battle's advantage, but also knows how to use her own general skill outside of power to her advantage in a battle setting. And she can use things in any way needed, really. Her fighting skills are impeccable, and considering, like I mentioned before, her use of a cavalry sword in battle was unheard of, she was able to still keep her own. We see this in Son of Neptune with her, Frank and Percy working excellently as a team, and that is the part that I want to focus on the most. Her teamwork. She was one of the main members of the Seven who worked phenomenally in a team. She was the only one who didn't really have any conflicts with anyone in the Seven. If anything, she was the only one who kind of got her shit together straight away. There was no issue with her with the Seven. Yes, obviously there was the ridiculous love triangle aspect, but even that, there was no true conflict coming from her side other than the emotional conflict. But there was no fighting, there was no infighting from her. Often she was finding ways to keep peace, such as keeping Leo and Frank separated as much as possible. But that ability to work within a team and try and solve the issues within a team, and doing it so subtly that no one even realises that she is able to do this, fandom and in book itself, is an incredible feat. And we see this continue in the Trials of Apollo, where she is made praetor due to her skill as a team leader. She's always been a team leader. She's always been a leader without ever having the leader role. And these things cultivate together with her power, with her skill, with her ability to work with others, with her ability to use her powers that she was always afraid of, to an advantage to win and to protect. I think is what makes her the most powerful demigod. We as a fandom just haven't done that yet. But here I am to say that Hazel Levesque is the most powerful and strongest demigod. But what do you guys think? Do you agree that Hazel is the strongest, or do you have your own ideas as to who could be ahead of her or above her in that list? Whatever the case, let me know in the comment section down below. Before I sign off, I want to give a massive thank you to today's thumbnail artist, The Mangoes, on Instagram. If you want to go check them out, their social media links are linked below. Their artwork is amazing and I appreciate them letting me use their Hazel artwork. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly do appreciate it. In the description box you'll find the links to all of my social media, my merchandise store and my Patreon, where if you want to support me you can do that there. But if you don't want to do that and spend some dollar, or pound, whatever currency you have, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.